Okay, thank you. Just want to really, commend Russell Athletics. You should be really, everybody involved with Russell Athletics ought to really be proud of, the bowl game that they've put on and sponsored. It's been an incredible week. Could not have been better in regard to accommodations, practice fields, everybody that's been a part of taking care of our team here for the last 4 or 5 days has just been amazing. So again, I just want to thank all of them for a great experience. Our players have really enjoyed the experience, and it's been first class in every way. And again, everybody's gone out of their way to really make it special for us. So thank you. I wanted to say I've been really pleased with our team, the way we've gone through meetings, practices, the way the players have conducted themselves, off the field, everything we've done. The players have really done a great job. We're excited to play a great football team in Clemson, a team that's really got, excellent skill when you watch them. Both sides of the ball have got great speed. Defensively, they've got some really exceptional players that really played well. Offensively, again, some dynamic guys with speed on the edges, with receivers and running backs. So it'll be a challenge. We understand that, but an exciting one as well. And again, I feel like our players have really done a great job through the week getting prepared for it. And so we're anxious to finally play here tomorrow.
All right, this time we'll open it to Q&A. If you could just please find one of our people with a microphone. We're going to try to get you guys a full transcript at the end. We'll start with the gentleman in the room.
James Dale, Sports Talk 1400, the Guthrie Norman. Bob, Trevor obviously, has had a lot of time off, but you thought you could get him back up to speed and get him going. I know you'll find out on the game, but have you been pleased with his progress? And how has he looked for you during most workouts up to this point?
Yeah, for sure. He's been excellent. He's taken every snap through all the practices. He's felt great, through the practices afterwards. So he's been back up to speed in the way he's playing. He's practiced really well. So it's always a little different getting back in a game, but still we have a lot of confidence that he'll play well, with all the repetitions he's had here preparing.
Bob Berry, NBC Oklahoma City. Coach, you told the local guys this all year. I wish you kind of expound for everyone, and then take us up to this point. But Samaj P. Ryan, just if you could kind of talk about the story of him when he came, what your impressions, what you expected of him, if anything, and the fact that he's on the verge of moving into the top 5 all time in single season rushing, and then his health now coming into this game.
He's a special player. I think it's fair to say Coach Gundy through the years has done an exceptional job recruiting. We're not recruiting a guy that we don't feel is going to be exceptional. So I think I find it a little surprising that everybody else is surprised how well he's played. We wouldn't have recruited him if we didn't feel he could be special. And maybe we saw more from him as a high school player, and Coach Gundy knew more about him than other people saw. You see a guy that's mature beyond his years as far as his mental approach off the field. Everything that he does, he conducts himself like he's 23 years old and a senior. Just the way he goes about his business and everything that he does, his schoolwork, everything off the field. And then he's beyond his years physically. You have a guy that walked in, one of the strongest guys on the team. At 245 pounds, can run. He's a great conditioned guy, a guy that's exceptional in the weight room. So, all of it transitioned into an exceptional year. But again, I credit Coach Gundy, who saw that in high school. He knew how big he was, how strong he was, how he worked. So it's just come to fruition in a great way for him and us here this year.
Can you talk about his health after the LSU game?
He's been fine. He's practiced since we've been here. He didn't practice before we got to the bowl site here, but since we've been here, he's been running and practicing every day and looks good.
A handful of people that matter. What kind of feedback have you gotten from them?
That they're in total support of everything that I've done here for the last 16 years, and that'll continue.
Next question.
Coach Danny Rosso, Valencia Boys here in Orlando. Just can you talk about the importance of playing well in the bowl game going into the offseason, the momentum that can carry?
Yeah, it's always positive, you know, when it happens that way. But I was answered that question the other day. But for us who have to win again and prepare for another season, it lasts a couple weeks, win or lose, and you're on to a new year. You know, you graduate players. You know, players leave, you know, for the draft or for, you know, graduate, and then you're on to another season, and you're working, you know, so when our players show up here in about 3 weeks from now, we're on to another whole new year and working, you know, working towards next year. So, you know, but you know, it's always a good thing, but in the end, it can only last so long.
Bob Jeans, Abacock from Charleston. Cole's stat back in South Carolina has been pretty much ridiculed, probably the most ridiculed quarterback in Clemson history. What have you seen on film that you think might give you trouble from him?
Well, he's a guy that can run it. You know, doesn't run it as much maybe as the other guy, but still is capable of running it when the opportunities are there. I've seen him make a bunch of good, you know, throws and passes and you know, win a lot of games. He's played a lot of football for him. So, you know, we've got great respect for him. I am a little probably more sentimental towards him. I'm a guy who grew up in Youngstown, Ohio, you know, knew all about his dad and Cliff and you know, loved the way he played, not only at Youngstown State, but at Pittsburgh and followed him forever. So, again, I think Cole's done a really good job when he's had his opportunities. And I always think, too, much like our quarterbacks through the years, they have to be supported. You know, it isn't always their fault. I think everybody always puts everything just on them. And, you know, guys around them have to perform well, you know, to support them and help them.
Coach Andy Pruitt, their defense has been so successful.
You know, Brent, we got a chance to connect last night at an event where both staffs were together, so it was great to see he and Julie, his wife. You know, we texted, I think, ahead of the game, maybe a week or so, and there was a lot of talk that we might be seeing each other, and we were both hoping that it wouldn't come that way. But again, when you're in this profession, as long as you are, you're bound to run into some, you know, some people that you're close with that you got to compete against. And you know, and truly it's special when you know, with Brent, we coached and competed together for 13 years at Oklahoma, and I don't know how many years ahead of that at Kansas State. I recruited him, you know, to go to Kansas State. So there's a long history there, and a lot of a very close friendship with families, and have been through a lot together. So it's different, but you know, once you get to playing, you forget who's over there, and you just do your job, you know. And so you know, it'll be different, but. Anyway, what was the other? Why he's done so well? Brent's a bright guy, you know, works hard at it. He's, you know, again, we still share, talk, you know, out of season or even during the season, and share ideas and talk through some things. And so he's done a great job as far as motivating and you know, in the way he teaches. And then you know, also, you know, you have to give credit to the players. There's a lot of really good talent there too. That's experienced talent that's playing well when you watch the players.